The Northwestern Wildcats are about to have Joe McKeown start his 15th year as the head coach. Of course, he won the Big Ten Coach of the Year just a couple seasons ago. Has more than 700 wins, passed the 100 career Big Ten wins last season. This is a team last year that led the league in blocks, led the league in steals, a talented defense once again. Just missed out on the NCAA tournament last year, trying to improve on things this year. We are glad to have Joe McKeown, Courtney Shaw, and Sydney Wood joining us here at the desk. What words would all three of you use? Let me start with you, Joe, to describe last season as a whole.
Like one word, really, frustration. I felt like we were one of the best teams in the country at times, and to not be one of the 68 teams now that got to play was really disappointing. I felt like we did a lot of things to earn the right to play, so it was frustrating, and I think it leaves a chip on your shoulder. Maybe gives us something to look forward to. We can prove this year.
Yeah, I agree. I think that we learned a lot from the process. I feel like we left some things on the table, like unfinished business, and is a big reason why I came back as a fifth year. And I think, to make a positive spin of things, we could say growth, because that's not always pretty. But I think through, a lot of our younger players getting experience and everything, the adversity we went through, we can learn a lot from that and apply it this year.
Yeah, I would add to that and say a word would be potential. I think we showed a lot of potential at moments. We had some really good games. Michigan came and we beat them when they were, I think, top 5 team. So I think we had spurts. I think this year it'll be just about putting everything together and being the consistent team that we can be day in and day out.
And just said, he used the word a chip on the shoulder. Can you feel that? How does that manifest itself in practices?
Yes, I can personally. I think that's why a lot of times when we go out on the court and play big teams, we step up to their level of competition. I think we pride ourselves in a lot of times, kind of surprising people, because a lot of times, sometimes our name aren't in the biggest circle just because of our university. But I think we pride ourselves in letting our play speak for us, and I think that's what we really want to just focus on this year and, make things happen in that way.
Yeah, I would say in practice it just looks like going hard all the time, trying to come together as a team, so we're able to, when we go into tough situations with this chip on our shoulder, we're able to show, not just have this chip on our shoulder, we're actually showing what this chip on our shoulder looks like and how we play and how we carry ourselves on the road and also at home.
I want to ask you 3 specific questions about individual players who are different, but the questions are very different. One, Mel Daly. She got a lot of playing time last year as a freshman. What did you see in her?
Well, I think the one thing that Mel does is she can put the ball in the basket, and she's explosive. I think, Sydney mentioned, we're young and we're going through a growth process. She took advantage of opportunities, and I think her game keeps improving, Mike. But I think the biggest thing is that, she's fearless when she has the basketball. And that's good and bad some days, but that's the one word.
Totally different question. Kaylee Walsh got a lot of playing last time as a freshman. What do you see in her?
You want them there? Kaylee Walsh is, really gifted. She can play inside out, shoots threes. She can post up. She has the ability to, I think, score from anywhere on the court. So, I think for her, it was really a learning experience too, and thrown into the fire in a lot of big games, and took big shots too, and was not scared of that moment.
Third, very different question. Jillian Brown got a lot of playing time last year as a freshman. What do you see in her? My point is, the freshmen got some real playing time.
Yeah, all 3 of them. Yeah. Is Veronica Burton back too? No. Jillian, I think we saw the growth progression. I think that was really important. She played her what we all strive for. She played her best basketball in February, March, and just being in the Big Ten tournament, she probably played her best game of the year. We're leading up to that. So there are things you like to see as a coach, that all the things you preach, she's starting to do, and again, she she works. She's got this great work ethic. Yeah. So excited about that.
Who's the personality on this year's roster?
We got 2 right here.
Yeah.
That I think can hold a room anywhere. But Yeah, I think Paige Mott too might be the one who you want her with you if you're if you're going to a comedy club or something too.
What do you guys say?
Yeah, I would say Kayla Rainey, who she's stepping into the point guard role. She definitely has a lot of personality, and which you might not expect. She can be like a little unsuspecting, but she definitely has a lot of personality in her.
No, I agree. I think Kayla Rainey, K-Rain as I call her, Jazz, Paige, the junior class in general. I just think they bring light and just great energy a lot of the time to our practices, as well as me and Sid. We do our best as the old heads. But, I just think it's good to enjoy what you're doing because, it's hard work. Yeah. You got to keep after it.
It's funny you refer to yourself as old heads because when we sat down, you were like, you remember when these guys were young? Like, does that ever get old when you know someone as a high schooler that you're recruiting and then you see them and they're leading your program or sometimes back as a fifth year? Like, does that ever get old?
Right now it's great for me because, they played on teams that won Big Ten championships that were ranked 10th, 9th, 10th in the country. They played the next year when the Big Ten tournament, when the NCAA tournament was canceled. We thought we had a Final Four team that won the champ. We would have hosted the first two rounds. They were part of this incredible team that just could play any way you wanted to play. And then the next year we go to San Antonio. We played great. We had Louisville in the ropes. They've been part of that, these nationally ranked teams, and they're fearless. They've gone into every gym in the Big Ten and won in hard places, and they've gotten beaten. They know what that experience feels like and how to translate it to younger players. And that's one of the things that really excites about having both of them here.
Yeah. Before we go, tell me something I don't know about your head coach.
He's very dramatic. He's a drama queen.
How so?
I don't know. Like it's so many ways. It's a lot of ways. I've seen somebody make a shot in practice and he started praying. Like, I don't know how. That's drama.
I agree. I think he has questionable dance moves as well.
Okay.
But I'm gonna throw that up to. He's had some injuries. He might be the most injured player we've seen
on your
roster.
The
most injury-prone person. So honestly, I'll chuck it up to that. But yeah, the dance moves they could use some tightening up.
Okay, something to work on.
Yeah.
They're just trying to get you better. They're trying to have you improve every day, Joe.
Mike, I show up in the fourth quarter though, baby. just like you want Sydney at the line, you want Courtney on that last possession blocking a shot. We're fourth quarter oldies right here.
Yeah, you're clutch performers. I get it. I get it.
When it's on the line, you want us three in your band.
Sydney, Courtney, and Joe, great band members, great interviews. Thanks for your time. Good luck this upcoming season.
Thank you.
All right.